Dun 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 dun. It's sealed pool practice time, and we're gonna open 6 packs of either Magic the Gathering or Flesh and Blood TCG, and we're gonna try to make our best deck out of those 6 packs. And you can go ahead and tell me what kind of mistakes I made or which cards you might have played out of the pool instead. Leah here, and we're gonna do another sealed pool practice. We've got a Flesh and Blood Arcane Rising. This is the second sealed pool out of this box, so we'll just grab 6 packs here and get started. Here's our 6. Alright, start off as usual. They have the generics up front, so we've got an attack, generic action, which I do like, lead the charge, generic defense, generic attack, oh, okay, piece of equipment for the head, so that's cool, head equipment right off the bat. Mechanologist item and a mechanologist attack, which seems like a pretty strong attack. It's a new card to me. And foil mechanologist card, so, and a mechanologist card. This pack says play mechanologist for sure. 1 ranger card, mechanologist card, runeblade card, wizard card, another runeblade card, another wizard card. We've got our token there. We'll set that off to the side. Pack number 2. Okay. Generic action, generic attack, generic action, generic attack. Okay, so robe that goes for the wizards. That in our wizard pile. Plunder Run's kind of a odd card. I haven't got it figured out yet. It's a generic, but it's not an attack. But it does have a go again. The Runeblade, rare, another generic action is our foil in this pack. And let's see, we've got a ranger and then a mechanologist card, ranger, mechanologist attack, runeblade, wizard, runeblade, standard token. Pack 3. So generic attack, generic action, generic attack, generic attack, generic equipment for the legs, but better than just a standard doesn't do anything equipment. At least has this action on it here. We can have some go agains. Our equipment pile will probably be using that. So we have a wizard, and then we've got what looks like a pretty powerful, oh okay, this is the specialty for the Runeblade hero. Lots of abilities on that. Probably gonna have to consider that. And mechanologist, attack, and ranger arrow, another mechanologist attack. This really feels like a mechanologist pool. It does. Even with that cool specialty there. Wizard, Rune Blade, Wizard, Rune Blade, your token for dash. It's got dash on the other side. I like those flip tokens because then you can just flip it over and be the adult or young version. Pack 4. So we have a generic action, generic defense, action, action. Standard gloves, shaping up to be, I think, a good pool. Have a mechanologist and another mechanologist. Well, we don't want too many items. Kind of a generic Rune Blade. Mechanologist is another item. Ranger, mechanologist, Rune Blade, Wizard, Rune Blade, Wizard, generic token. There's pack 5. We have generic action, generic attack. Oh, we haven't had any Sun's Kiss or Moon Wishes yet, so. Oh, attack. We have a Rune Blade headpiece, a Rune Blade action, and a Ranger action. The Rune Blade attack for a foil, Ranger, mechanologist, Ranger, mechanologist, Rune Blade card, Wizard card, Rune Blade card, their token. Okay, last pack. Generic attack, 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 another attack. Generic bracers, so I guess we have a pair of bracers, whether we want Arcane Barrier or something else. Mechanologist attack. This very heavily seems like a mechanologist pool. Couple of Ranger actions there. Ranger arrow, their mechanologist attack. Ranger, Wizard, Rune Blade, Wizard, a Rune Blade, and our last token there. Okay. So, Wizard, I think, is we opened the least amount of anything for. 5, 10. So we have 11 Wizard cards and a robe. Would not be feeling very confident about 11 common Wizard cards in this pool, so we're going to discard that immediately. Our second contender, I think, would be, well, our second discard is probably our Ranger pool here. We have 5, 10, we have 13 cards total for our Ranger, and only 10 of them are arrows, so that gives us a 1/3 chance of having an arrow out of the deck. Only 1/3 of it's going to be arrows. Maybe that's a good ratio. I think half arrows is probably a better ratio because those are your attacks. That's how you attack. So if only 1/3 of your deck is is attacks. I guess what else are you doing? You'd have to have a lot of really great setup cards. So we're gonna set the ranger stuff aside. Maybe next pool, maybe we'll have great ranger stuff. I don't know. 5, 10. Oh, that's a piece of equipment. There. 10, 15, 16, 17 rune blades with an equipment. But then I think we really have a lot of mechanologist stuff. 5, 10, 15. Okay, so we've got 17 mechanologist things. Let's see how many of them are items, because I don't feel like it was too many items this time. Item, 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 item. Okay, only 4 of them are items. That leaves us with the 13 actual mechanologist cards. Most of them are attacks. Probably all going to have the boost or boosted on them. I think some of these items might be better than some other items I've had. Like if we just don't use the common items and stick with our rare items, we can always pick which item we start with. Oh. Alright. We can put stuff on the bottom of our deck with that one, and this one gets used up, or you can remove it. The next attack you play this turn has Dominate, and it has a go again. I like that these are pretty cheap to at least put out. I think that's a... Well, I guess they're all fairly cheap to put out. I don't want too many because I want to be able to block and attack in the deck. This enters with 3, and then you can take things off. When you boost a card, remove a counter, gain a resource. How likely am I to boost? This monocle thing helps, because then I can at least know what's on top. Boost is it as an additional. You can banish the top card. Do I want to banish all my cards? Is that really... How well would that work? I mean, some of these were... let's see, where'd that special attack go? Let's look back here. This one hits for 10. But you can only play it if you've boosted 3 or more times this turn. But I like hitting for 10. That's half of somebody's life total. So that makes me want to do it. Or the mold will let me put stuff in without having to use my action, because it'll give me that go again. Some of these hit pretty good. These zipper hits and throttles seem cool. I guess as long as I have enough opting. That's not a lot of mechanologist cards to banish, though. Okay, so I think that's an option. Let's take a look at what we got in the Rune Blade category, because that could be an option too. We have this headpiece. We can destroy to target, attack. They get stuff back from the graveyard, that's cool. This card gets cheaper to play when you have Rune Chance, draw a card. Whenever you use this Rune Blade stuff, the Rune Chants tend to blow up and do additional damage, so they're pretty powerful as long as you can keep creating them. And they're not too challenging to create. Maybe this is actually a Rune Blade deck and I wasn't paying attention to it during all the openings. These are all cost reduced on the Rune Chants. And then we've got this makes a Rune Chant and then gives you a go again so that you can use it to reduce the cost of something. Let's create some. So you'd have to have a go again or else you'd just be creating some you wouldn't be able to swing. More cost reduction. We have the specialty card, which costs 6, which costs less for all the Rune Chants. If it hits, it makes X more Rune Chants, where it's the amount of damage dealt. So they'd have to block 5 in order for me to not make more Rune Chants, but it's got Dominate, so they can only use, I think that's you can only block with 1 card in hand. So then they'd be, that will probably hit. Not a lot of cards block for 5. In fact, I may not have ever seen one. Create some Rune Chants, so you could set up a turn. It's another oath. I think these oaths are pretty good. Some auras. Boy. I think it'd be a tough call between this Rune Blade and this Mechanologist pool here. Rifting would probably be okay in the Rune Blade. Oh, non-attack actions. Well, then I could make Rune Chants off the Rifting. So do me some extra Rune Chants at the end of turn. That's probably kind of cool. Push the Point would work in the Rune Blade. I don't know. Push the Point confuses me because if the last attack on the combat chain hit, then... So you'd have to combine this with another go again attack. Or you want to. You have to. I suppose you can do what you want. This Ravenous Rabble gives you an attack. Kind of for free. But it could be heavily discounted. This red one's probably okay. We don't want too many reds. This hits, you get to opt. Is opting good in opting's good in the Mechanologist so that we can banish all our Mechanologist cards. That sounds like a great plan. Still confused by that plan. If you've played a non-attack action card this turn, then this has go again. That seems like it'd be at least handy. I don't know if we want a Moon Wish and Sun's Kiss in this deck. We only have the one of each. I'm just going to set those off to the side. I don't think I want this Ravenous Rabble for... I might only want the reds of those. I like this back alley dude. He'll gain you a go again. as you boost stuff, which I think is kind of cool. Drifting, push the point still confuses me. I don't know about this Vigor Rush. Did I keep the first one already, or did I get confused by it? I put it in that pile. Sure, we'll put it in that pile. Opt. Maybe push the point. Let's look at what's in here. Probably want some ops here, but come to fight would be good in the other pile. Next attack action, +3. This has some opt. That could go in either pile, really. Fate Foreseen's good for every deck I ever try to put it in. I just like the card, I guess. Next time you play an action card is 0 or greater this turn. So this lead the charge seems like it would just give me a spare action point no matter where I put it, which is awesome. Why is this card so awesome? A couple more come to fights. Blunder Run, another card that still confuses me. So you have to play it to get the go again and then count on your attack hitting. If it's played from the arsenal, it gets +3. Okay, so you could arsenal this. So we'll put that, well, you could go in either. Just attack action. It's got an opt, but it could go in either, but I'm going to put it in this pile with opt stuff. We're not going to play the blue Ravenous, because if we have a blue on top, then this doesn't do anything. I suppose you could pitch it. If I need a blue to pitch, I'll pick it up, but it's another Fate Foreseen. So we'll have 2 of those and another red lead the charge. Cost 0 or greater, so if you get extra action points to do stuff, I think that'd be really powerful in our Runeblade pile. It is a Runeblade deck. We've got 9 cards that I would really like with our other Runeblade cards over here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is just a really aggressive Runeblade deck. It could be. Double red lead the charge seems really awesome still. Blue, red. Oh boy, we have a lot of red going on. But a lot of our red costs 0. Well, not our Runeblade stuff, though. Is very aggressive good for a Runeblade. This seems like it could be a cool pool. Our specialization's red. I might need some blue. That is a red pool. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of our deck would be red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I actually have more cards than I need. Is there something I would cut? It should probably be red. But I don't know if I want to cut anything. Maybe this foresight? The foresight seems cool. Lead the charges are cool. What does Vigor Rush do? Because I probably want to cut the generics. Let's see if we pick one of these. If you played a non-attack, it gains go again. The Ravenous Rabble. It's likely to swing for 4 in this deck because there's so many red ones. Maybe the Rifting? Because I'm not going to have a lot of non-attack action, so maybe it's the Rifting and we just go pretty heavy on the attacks. The Rifting does cost 2 to play, so we're not going to have anything left over to play after we pitch for the cost of the Rifting. So maybe that's the right call. I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot. So we've got a crown, and then we've got... So we have this other headpiece that we can destroy to opt. I think we're going to stick with the crown because it's got the arcane barrier, so we're probably not going to play that headpiece. But then we've got some boots and an option of gloves. So we can either have arcane barrier or we can reveal the top and give our actions plus attack. So I guess it depends on what we're up against. If we see our opponent has mechanologist or ranger, we're probably going to use these bracers, and if it's a wizard or a rune blade, we probably want some arcane barrier. So I really like having some options here of equipment. I think this would be a very good pool to have actually opened in an event. I'd probably be fairly excited about this. I'll zoom in so we can see the build. There we go. Yeah. It's got a lot of red, but I think it'd be a pretty sweet pool, and I don't think it's going to stumble too badly because of all the red. I'd hope not anyways. Okay. I'd be excited to test this out. Yep, that's our build. Till next time.